one of the few things that enables me to be forgiving, to be for your negligence, for your failure to pay people to do the right thing. Why aren't you recognizing what I'm doing? I'm talking about the most transcendent potential, the most unifying potential. Is this not the right forum for that? Is this not the right venue to articulate these ideas that are relative and are resonant with people who are a part of this polis? These are universal ideas about posture and breath that each and every one of us can integrate and can use to align our bodies and brains to align better internally and then to align better externally. We need people to be experimenting with different companion planting systems. We need people to be being more introspective. We need people to be more controlled in how they move and in how they exercise their capacity for achieving and actualizing the conclusions drawn from the process of exerting one's capacity for intellectual honesty. You cannot be intellectually honest and deny the discoveries of astronomy. You cannot be intellectually honest and refute what is proven every time we send a text message. Every photon is coming from the atomic theory. Every one. So what I'm talking about is giving people clarity, giving terrorists clarity, giving these extremists clarity, giving the unhoused clarity, giving the addicted clarity, addicted to wealth, addicted to power, addicted to technology. That's what I'm here to do. But no one wants to support me. No one, I know there are people who are watching who have thousands and thousands and thousands and millions of dollars. Why aren't they writing a check? Don't they care about getting these to the young people who are developing? Don't they care about the curricula of breath and posture and how it impacts and enhances people's performance in every domain of life? Every domain of life. Every industry is made more efficient. See, I have clarity about that fact. I have clarity about that causal connective relationship. But nobody else seems to care. If you did, you would be sharing my speeches on social media. You would be talking to people. You would be trying to empower me with capital, with connections, with speech opportunities. You would be amplifying these ideas instead of allowing them to wither. Look, my family and the government can only do so much. Where's the return on the investment in me? This culture has been investing in me for 41 years, and this is what I'm giving you. There has got to be some financial recognition. I care about my bank account. I care about this community. I've cared about this community for going on 20 years. without any expectation, without any aspiration. Until this idea came out, everything else has been about city planning, low carbon transportation, greater human empowerment, greater efficiency with how we use our soil, with how we approach our energy usage. Because that's money. That's the inheritance of future generations. These sources of electrons, these sources of explosions, these sources of chemical bonds that are using the atomic theory again. How we have fundamentalists who subscribe to texts that give solutions to a lot of problems in a lot of different cultures. However, to maintain that cultural status, to be imprisoned by the past rather than being liberated by it. Liberated and empowered to build upon it. See, a lot of people think that to innovate in a specific spiritual tradition is anathema to the originator's philosophical approach. We forget that, hey, those originators, they didn't grow up in schools. They didn't read nearly as diversely as our local library. They didn't have access to the cultivated education that we all went through. We know so much more about how the brain works, how the brain is structured, how at certain developmental years, traumatic experience can shape it and can rewire it in good ways and bad ways. Anything that took us from brutality to a harmonized submission to something that is unifying, the idea of God, the idea of everything around us and everything within, all being unified and connected by the Holy Ghost, by the Chi, the invisible source of life that we take in and then we give it back. We take it in and then we give it back. That's what this system is about. It's about taking it in and giving it back. And it's about doing that. It's about pushing up and then pushing down simultaneously to enable this system for receiving nerve stimulus. The interoceptive nerves that are sending these messages up through the spine and along these sodium-potassium pumps that are trading those electrons, and they're dispatching them up to the thalamus and then to the cerebral cortex, where they're synthesized and reality is constructed. All of these waves, the light waves, the sound waves, the interior waves, the external waves. Wind is a wave. We live at the bottom of an ocean of air. See, I don't know. What's going on with people. Everybody's so caught up in their own lives, caught up in their own careers and their own kids, and maybe they resent the life of an entrepreneur. I don't wake up and have to clock in. I'm not beholden to anyone. Now, I work sometimes till midnight. Sometimes I work at 2 a.m. If I have a job that has to get done, if I need to